Okay, Billy. Um, when I connected with Dave Walter, it's like 3-4 years ago, and he engaged. You're one of those people that engage. Very few people fucking engage. Even when you meet them face to face, I've tried to get to know these people in this village. Doesn't work very well. But I'm going to show you some solutions, my solutions to the eating thing. Well, what I want to say is when me and Dave engaged 4 or 5 years ago, whenever this started, I can't believe he bailed us out. He gave us a bunch of money to kind of recover from the house burning down. And he's like probably the only person I would consider a friend. You know, a friend. And what he said, one of the first things we said was, we'll never take offense at what anybody says. Either of us says to one another. You know, we'll never let that come between us. And so I'm sure you don't want to fucking hear about your weight and your health and all that. I swear I saw you with a handful of pills. And I thought I saw you actually take the cap off a salt thing and pour it on your eggs or something, but it's probably like the bug. I know there was a bug on your dash. I'm absolutely certain because I felt bad when it's so weird. Okay, so I'm going to offer you, this is how I eat. And don't get me wrong, I eat shit like this and shit like this. And I've been eating shit since I got back 3 or 4 days because this takes an hour to do this. But what I end up with is 3 bowls of this shit that lasts me almost a week. And I don't use lettuce. The stuff I put in it comes out of I grow, and I don't put no chemicals on it, and I cover it with, but I'm just, you know, 1,000 people at your celebration of life is nowhere near as cool as having 1,000 people at one of your concerts or something. I'm sure you know that. You got all those kids, you know, whatever your family situation is, you know, people love you. And they may be horrified at how big you are. So you're not going to take offense. I think it's cool. I like heavy people, as you know, but I look at Doug Higgins and Big Dick. You know, Big Dick was always a big guy. And I don't know if you blame, I'm trying to figure out if you're blaming yourself, because I blame myself for Kathy. I can give you a long list of reasons that I stressed her out that she ended up with cancer. I mean, definitely. I stress people out. So anyhow, I'm going to try to manage this fucking movie in a way that I can get this into a messenger to you. So, first of all, I went out right outside here and I took these leaves. These are cabbage leaves. I mean, I don't know if this shit works or not. I could show you what my knee looked like last fall, all swollen up and stuff, and it went away. You know? Kale. So, my own cucumbers. I like that they're not perfect. Even my own onions and stuff. And this stuff got fucked up when I was away for two weeks there. But anyhow, I'm just going to show you this. I got into this because my family is hereditarily diabetic. I mean, we're like skinny diabetics. You would not believe, grandparents on both sides, all these people, back to before they had electricity. My one grandfather had to support my other grandfather. They had some sort of contraption in the 1920s. He had a generator or something or other with, okay, so we know that, anyway. So, I don't know, but you're not going to get fucking insulted by this. I like you the way you are, but, you know. I mean, I'm always learning. I'm getting like multiple heads off of one stem. It depends on you cut from the top or cut. Okay, that's not what the point is. If I was up there, I have a hard time believing that I wouldn't be pestering you, bringing you shit like this, you know, but I'm not up there. And this is fresh out of the garden. It's when it's most nutritious. My own onions. I mean, you can fill your salad full of onions, you know. I fuck with garlic, but it's a pain in the ass. These are like overripe cucumbers, but it's okay. I'm going to make use of them. You know, I don't grow sweet corn. We do tomatoes. I don't grow any like normal, like I'd love to have string beans and stuff, but that's a lot of work too. I can't think of anything easier than this shit. I'm not even going to wash it because I think dirt is healthy. I don't intend on doing much of this cutting of stuff up, but I just thought of something how, I don't know how many years it's now. I used to take all these stalks that are left over. You know, I don't have any broccoli, but I used to do broccoli. I would steam, I would even cut this up and steam this shit in with, I had like, I do potatoes, carrots, almonds, like I would steam stuff, and that would take an hour or two, and hopefully I'm going to get, I mean, like, we should have breakfast at each other's houses, have a rotating thing perhaps like that, but I don't have a house up there, you know. I can't do this, but frustrating. I can't remember now. But the problem with the steaming is I would kind of go in lifts, like where I would, the stuff that takes the longest would go in first, and you have to kind of be watching, and then you'd throw in the softer stuff, and then the softer stuff, and it would turn out, and I would put salad dressing, I would have the eggs with it, and I would have the potatoes in it. By the way, Clyfield's has good potatoes, you know. They have better potatoes than Bob Evans, I can tell you that. And, you know, their eggs didn't upset my stomach. Eggs upset my stomach a lot. So Kleinfeld's is pretty good on that account. Carrots, damn it. I'm going to have to go get some carrots. Carrots, we haven't really figured out carrots a whole lot yet. But I love carrots. I'm going to have to go get some. I forgot I got some green cucumbers. They must have been in a drawer for 2 weeks. They're still okay. I love the cucumbers too. I mean, I just remember now, Sunday morning I used to always make breakfast for the girls. You know, they wouldn't get up till 11 or 12. I'd wander off and leave and go find something to do because I couldn't stay in bed that long. But I would make them breakfast. So breakfast was kind of my specialty, as a matter of fact. I mean, it's just only recently that I found out the way to peel an onion is to soak it. You know how it's so hard to get that skin off it?
Obviously, if you look at the changes that you're already seeing.
And then there's salad dressing. I pretty much empty the stores of this stuff. It's kind of got a thickener in it. It's this stuff too, because I've had to find something else to replace it. And if I really end up in a jam, I've got stuff to make my own salad dressing. And it's basically oil and vinegar. And then nuts, walnuts, almonds, whatever, what have you. I used to go to BJ's up there. They finally have a couple down this way in Columbus. But if you watch close, you can get a pretty good deal of this. Oh, and then the Parmesan cheese, which I'm not, haven't used much of it for pizza. I make my own pizza sauce, but
forward strategy and a vision that is the region, including Israelis.
Oh, and then I do like frozen vegetables. You're supposed to heat these before you use them, but I just sprinkle frozen vegetables on it, you know. And like the peas, they don't last very long, so you can't put them all on top. or you know, you put that on each bowl as you eat it.
Extraordinarily exorbitant price and
BJ's has the unsalted variety on these things. They're nuts. But salted, you know, it's probably okay.
That won't hinder my health goals.
I started doing canned chicken and canned tuna, partially because I can share it with the cast. I don't got to mess with the canned food, and it's just supposed to be for treats. But
And absolutely no seed oils. Like I said,
I hate eating meat. I love animals.
So go and check them out.
What are you gonna do? But if I can take the place of hot dogs and bologna, I guess the trade-off is worth it. Tortillas instead of bread for sandwiches. I was definitely a bread lover, so I don't eat bread anymore. So I guess you could call that lunch.